What if I told you that just one tiny shift in how you begin your day could reactivate your body's natural sexual function, without pills, without surgery, and in a way that's entirely heart-safe? You might be skeptical, and I understand that. Most men are, especially after 60, when we're told that intimacy, drive, and performance naturally fade with age. But that's a half-truth. Because while age changes many things, the root of declining male vitality, especially sexual vitality, has less to do with age itself and far more to do with what happens inside your body during the first hour after waking. Every morning, without realizing it, you may be sabotaging your sexual health. Not because of testosterone loss. Not because of desire. But because of something more subtle, a slowdown in the body's ability to circulate blood where it's needed most. According to a landmark study from Harvard, more than 70% of erectile dysfunction in older men is caused by poor circulation to the penis, not hormonal imbalance. And most surprisingly, the breakdown in that circulation starts with habits that feel routine: checking your phone, skipping water, gulping coffee, or rushing straight into stress. All of it quietly teaches your body to forget how to respond. I'm Dr. William Harris, and for over 2 decades I've helped men in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s reawaken a part of themselves they thought was gone forever. After seeing thousands of cases, I can tell you with full confidence, your body hasn't given up. It's just not being given the signals it needs to function the way it once did. And these signals begin with the first things you do, or don't do, each morning. What you're about to discover isn't a gimmick. It's not about miracle pills or complicated regimens. It's about understanding how your body works and giving it exactly what it needs at the exact moment it needs it, starting from the moment you open your eyes. In the next few minutes, I'll walk you through a simple, science-backed routine that takes under 3 minutes and can dramatically improve blood flow to the pelvic region, reignite nerve response, and help re-establish a healthy hormonal rhythm. Even men who thought they were done have seen results in a matter of days. But before we get there, let's address the biggest myth of all, the belief that sexual decline is just an unavoidable part of aging. That is one of the most damaging lies men are told. Because while yes, your body changes as you get older, the ability to feel pleasure, experience connection, and perform physically is not automatically lost with age. I've seen men in their late 70s who reclaimed their vitality simply by changing how they treated their body in the early hours of the day. The real issue lies in something called endothelial dysfunction. It's a gradual stiffening and narrowing of the blood vessels, especially the delicate ones responsible for delivering blood to the penis. Over time, poor hydration, lack of movement, and poor diet damage the endothelial lining, the thin layer of cells that keeps blood flowing smoothly. As these vessels harden or get inflamed, blood can't flow where it needs to, and even if the desire is there, the response is weak. Imagine your manhood as a sponge. When blood flows freely, that sponge fills and responds. But if circulation is slow or weak, no matter how much you want it to work, it just won't. The good news? That damage isn't permanent. The body has an incredible ability to repair blood vessels, restore nerve pathways, and increase nitric oxide, the molecule that tells vessels to expand and allow blood through. And it all starts with the right morning routine. Most men unintentionally make choices each morning that shut this process down before it can begin. Reaching for the phone immediately floods the brain with stress signals, skipping water thickens the blood and makes circulation sluggish, and skipping movement keeps nitric oxide levels low. The liver and kidneys are still waking up, hormones are trying to regulate, and your nervous system hasn't found its rhythm, and yet you're already sending it into fight or flight mode. No wonder energy drops, intimacy fades, and connection becomes harder to feel. One of my patients, a 68-year-old man named James, hadn't experienced a natural physiological response in over 3 years. He'd tried testosterone creams, medications, even counseling. But what finally worked wasn't a prescription, it was hydration, gentle movement, and a strategic breakfast. Within 2 weeks, he was waking up with a sense of vitality he thought he'd never feel again. And it didn't just show up in the bedroom. His mood lifted, his sleep deepened, and he began to engage with life differently. The changes that matter most don't require force. They require consistency and timing. That's why I give every man I work with the same 3-step morning plan to restart the internal systems that support sexual health. The best part? It takes less than 5 minutes. First, start by drinking 2 glasses of water the moment you wake up. Not coffee, not juice, just clean, room temperature water. After a night of sleep, your body is mildly dehydrated, which makes your blood thicker. Thicker blood struggles to move through small vessels, especially in the pelvic region. Drinking water first thing helps hydrate your cells, improve circulation, and signal nitric oxide production, which is critical for restoring erectile function. Second, move your body lightly for a few minutes. This isn't a workout. It's just about waking your system up gently. A short stretch, a few deep breaths, maybe a walk to the kitchen or some light yoga. This activates your sympathetic nervous system, gets your blood flowing, and starts directing circulation to your core. The pelvic floor and lower abdominal muscles need this signal. Without it, they stay sluggish and unresponsive. Third, choose a breakfast that feeds your blood vessels, not clogs them. Avoid greasy foods, refined sugar, and processed carbs. Instead, focus on foods that are rich in healthy fats, antioxidants, and hormone-supportive nutrients. Think boiled eggs, Greek yogurt, berries, a few walnuts or pumpkin seeds. These foods nourish the endothelium, lower inflammation, and help maintain healthy testosterone levels. These 3 steps may sound too simple, but when applied consistently, they trigger a powerful physiological shift. And the longer you maintain them, the deeper the results go. Men who follow this for a week report more than just improved performance, they feel steadier, clearer, and more like themselves. And the most powerful part? Once your body begins receiving these morning signals, it starts to self-correct. You're not forcing change. You're inviting your biology to remember how it once worked, and it does. It rebuilds capillaries, strengthens nerve pathways, and restores balance to your endocrine system. And when that balance returns, so does your confidence, your connection, and your sense of self. Let me share something personal. One patient, Richard, came to me in silence, shoulders heavy. "I feel like a part of me is gone," he said. But after just 7 days of this morning routine, I received a short message from him, "I woke up today and everything was back." That single sentence carried years of emotion, of feeling disconnected, and finally, of feeling whole again. You don't need a radical solution. You need a reliable one. And this isn't a quick fix, it's a signal, a pattern you send your body each day that says, "I'm ready to feel alive again." The beauty is that your body listens. Not because of a pill or external force, but because you gave it the signal it needed. If you're still reading this, it means something inside you is still seeking. Still hoping. And I want you to know, it's not too late. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. These small steps, drinking water, moving your body, eating smart, aren't just healthy habits. They're biological messages, and each time you repeat them, your body writes a new script. One that says, "I am still capable. I am still strong. I am still a man." Your vitality, your joy, your connection, it can all return. But you must begin each day by sending your body the right signals. When you do, change doesn't just happen. It becomes who you are. And that transformation is waiting for you, tomorrow morning.